come one, come all. I have got that awesome dinner ready here for you. We're going back to the old schools of when we used to have a Sunday dinner. And with the Horsefeathers Ostrich Farm from Webster, New Hampshire, we're going to make that happen with this braised ostrich shank. Guys, you can make this in the middle of a work week. It's an easy one pan, throw it together, be done, get it cooked, get it on the table, or save it for Sunday. For the recipe, head on over to kcknh.com. Monty and Allison are over at horsefeathersostrichfarm.com. Find us both on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. In the old days, we always had a Sunday dinner. Everyone be getting together at the parents' or the grandparents'. It was either a Sunday brunch, it was lunch, it was dinner, whatever it was always a big cozy meal to have with your loved ones. Now I put together an easy one-pan approach that does not require browning the meat. Because we're working with ostrich, we want to be very careful about how far we would consider doing that. But in this case, we're not doing that. We're doing a one roasting pan approach, and everyone can have fun with this. So right away, I'm going to hit up on my veg. We're going to be doing onions, carrots, celery. Feel free to add potato. You could do turnips, sweet potato, whatever makes you happy. But it's about 1 to 1.5 pounds of veg, give or take. Make sure with the vegetables that you do choose, they're kept roughly the same size. Because with braising, roasting, we're going to be cooking this for a while. So you certainly want to make sure that when you take a bite, when it's all said and done, you don't have pure mushy versus hot as a rock. It's going to be nasty. So keep them in like bite-sized pieces if you can. So here we're working with Horsefeathers shanks. His butcher calls it an ossobuco. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, as you can see here, that one shank is mondo huge. And honestly, I have to tell you, if you're going by serving size, you could do a family 4, maybe even 6 with these 2. My husband took 2 days to eat one of these. Just to give you an idea, these are big. Now, I don't need to do much cleaning. I'm actually not worrying about the silver skin. It's going to cook down. I had no problem with being able to keep that in the pan the way it was. But I'm just looking around, just seeing the most incredible color, freshness. It's just a pleasure to work with such a high-quality ingredient. So we're matting all of those prep vegetables into the pan all around. Just evenly distribute it. I'm telling you, this is easy. Wicked, wicked easy, guys. I'm not using any fancy schmancy ingredients here. We're here to make a perfectly good dinner, and it's something to feel proud about when you put it on the table. Now, you can either use beef stock, or my recipe for ostrich stock is huge. It's certainly up to you if you want to use that. I've added some fresh thyme, and now I'm hitting it with my kosher salt, black pepper. I've also got things like cumin, oregano, chipotle powder. Now, of course, if you can't get your hands on chipotle powder, just use a little more cumin, or you can go ahead and use a little chili. It's not meant to be spicy. This is meant to have some nice warming spices to it to give you that cozy feeling. Now, I am using my own house blend cumin. I love the aromatic flavors of cumin after I've actually blitzed the hell out of it, to be truthful with you. It's really a beautiful spice to work with. Now, my recipe is going to tell you, you season it to your own liking. This is important. It's one of those meals where I think everyone should experience what it's like to hit it with spices on your own. I'm not doing a whole lot, but I'm doing enough so you can see the spices here. Now, I'm just throwing the garlic cloves haphazardly. I'm not even bothering to go ahead and remove the peel. Screw that. Honestly, you're going to be able to take those right out of that. They cook up beautifully. They're nice and caramelized by the time this is done. I got some Worcestershire sauce, not Worcestershire, not Worcestershire, not the other crazy phrases I've heard out there that have left me laughing hysterically. Worcestershire sauce, guys. Now, you have an option for red wine, or if you wanted to use a vinegar of sorts. If you can't do alcohol, go for it. I'm adding the rest of my ostrich stock into this pan, and as you can see, we are not completely covering the ostrich. We don't want to do that. Make sure your oven's already been preheated to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 232 degrees Celsius. And before the pan goes in, wrap that up in some foil, get it good and covered. When it goes into the oven for 450 degrees, we're going to set the timer for 30 minutes. Typically, to get the head start on braising, I do prefer the first 30, sometimes 45 minutes. Depends on what I'm working with, on a high amount of heat. And eventually, that temperature is going to come down. So, 450 degrees for 30 minutes, then reduce it to 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 to 4 hours. The night we made this, we actually decided to have this with some rice. My husband eventually cooked up some potatoes because he was in the mood for some spuds. And right here, guys, for a one pan, one and done, let's show you what it looks like when all the braising is done and it's served up. Coming straight out of the oven, guys. Take a look at how fork tender that is. It is awesome. When both my husband and I had to take a piece out of the pan, like literally right out of the pan, out of the oven, we both lost our heads over this. Oh my God, it was so tender and juicy. The flavors came together so well. And honestly, guys, this is something I'm definitely going to be repeating again. It was that damn good. Feel free to serve that up with some potatoes, some rice, even couscous would make this beautiful. If you're interested in trying this, give Horsefeathers Ostrich Farm a call, check out their website, and they're on social media with me. As always, thanks so much for joining me. I know Horsefeathers and I are very happy to have you here. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, happy cooking.